everyone. I, Dr. Shilpi Shrivastava. I have a 24-year teaching experience in higher education. I have completed my PhD in chemistry, MPhil in chemistry, MSc in applied science, and B.Ed and BSc in ZBC. At current, I am professor and head of department of Kalinga University, Naya Raipur. I have offered the medicinal chemistry course. I have published several research papers, several patents, books, book chapter, and as a resource person, I have participated in several international and national conferences. So now just I discuss about the medicinal chemistry. So medicinal chemistry involves the identification, synthesis and development of new chemical entities suitable for therapeutic use. It also included the study of existing drugs, their biological properties and their quantitative structure activity relationship, that is called the QSAR. Quantitative structure activity relationship. Now this course we have to divide it in 3 modules. First module we have to study the drug design and chiral drug. Drug design. In drug design, we have to provide the introduction to drug, development of new drugs, and also we have to provide the structure activity relationship theory. And also in this module included the pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamics. It is also included chiral drug. So now in chiral drug, first we have to discuss about the introduction of chiral drug and in detail synthesis and identification and formulation, and in module 1 we have to study the local anti-infective drugs. Now in module 1 we have to study the drug design. So the course objective of this course to provide the student with an overview of medicinal chemistry. In second one, give the student an understanding of drug categories and the structure activity relationship. In third one, student will have a better understanding of antibiotic and synthesis and bioactivity. It is also student will be familiar with enzyme structure and interaction of various drugs. So now in drug design, drugs are substances that change a person's mental or physical state. They can affect the way your brain works, how you feel and behave, your understanding and your sense. So this makes them unpredictable and dangerous, especially for young people. The effect of drugs are different for each person and drugs. So now in this module, we have to study the developing a new drug is a complicated, multifaceted process that usually takes at least a decade. So each development phase is also associated with new challenges for the drug developing companies. So in this series of articles, BioStack goes through the many aspects of drug development and what is required to take a drug from concept all the way to the market. So now here I have discussed about the 4 phases of drug development. First one is the discovery, second one is the preclinical research, third one is the clinical development and fourth one is the market approval. So now we have to discuss about in detail discovery. First phase is discovery. The discovery stage starts with research and development in a laboratory setting. So researchers identify the target molecule such as a genes or protein that are believed to have the potential to contribute to the development or aggravation of a disease. So this is followed by so-called in silico computational testing performed on hundreds, sometimes thousands of chemical or biological compounds to evaluate their ability to specifically interact with the target molecule. So now in first stage has been completed. Second one, preclinical research. The discovery phase is followed by a preclinical research phase where the lead compounds are tested both in vitro and in vivo. experimental models that comes as close as possible to resembling humans. Once fully characterized, the most promising compound become lead condition. The most important aspects of preclinical research is the rigorous safety test with the purpose of ensuring that the candidate is not toxic before it can go through the clinical tests in humans. Third phase is the clinical development. So now in third phase have decided in two phases. First phase is safety and second phase is proof of concept. So safety purpose following regularity approval and approval from the ethics committee. The first clinical study, a phase 1 study which constitute the first study in humans is initiated here. The candidate is generally tested on 20 to 80 healthy volunteers with the aims of determining whether the candidate behaves in the same way in the human body as the preclinical study have indicated. In phase 2, proof of concept. In the event of positive safety result from phase 1, drug receptor can apply for permission to take the next clinical development stage, phase 2. Phase 3, regularity evidence. In case of positive safety and efficacy data from phase 2, the next step is phase 3. This is the last step in the evaluation of a drug before requesting market approval from the pharmaceutical regulators. Next, concept of lead compound and lead modification. Lead compound is a chemical compound that has pharmacological or biological actively likely to be therapeutically useful but may nevertheless has supported structure that require modification to fit better to the target. Next, in this module, we have to also study the structure-activity relationship of the lead compound. The chemical structure of a molecule determines how it will behave inside the body. Hence, an understanding of the relationship structure and activity can uncover way to improve the activity of the lead compound. Structure-activity relationship are the cornerstone of rational drug design. Next step, modifying the charge and electronic properties. The structure of a molecule determines how its electrons are arranged with areas differing in electron density. It is the arrangement of these electrons in a molecule that affect its interaction with our biological target. The concept of prodrug and soft drug. Also in this module, we have to study the term prodrug and soft drug and structure activity relationship, and also we have to discuss in this module factor affecting the bioactivity, resonance, isoterms, bioisoterms, special consideration and theories of drugs. First theory, occupancy theory, rate theory, induced fit theory, drug receptor, potency, drug absorption, drug distribution and absorption, metabolism, excretion and bioavailability assessment, drug-drug interaction, individualized therapy, safety assessment and formulation development. And also in this module we have to study the pharmacodynamics. What is the term pharmacodynamic? Pharmacodynamic is a branch of pharmacology that deals with the study of how drugs interact with the body and produce their effects. Second one, enzyme stimulation. Enzyme stimulation refers to the process by which a drug enhances the activity of an enzyme. And enzyme inhibition. Enzyme inhibition occurs when a drug reduces or bioactivity of an enzyme. So there are two main types of enzyme inhibition: competitive inhibition and non-competitive inhibition, and membrane active drug. And here we have to discuss about the membrane activity drug. So drug metabolism, xenobiotics and biotransformation. This significance of these drug theories study. First one is the activation or inactivation of drug. pharmacokinetic and bioavailability, and drug-drug interaction and toxicity and adverse reaction. So now here module 1 is completed. So and next we have to discuss and continue in this paper in module 2. Okay, thank you listening for me. Thank you so much.